Okay, so today we're going to combine our two ways of factoring. Factoring with a GCF and factoring a trinomial. Okay, so on each of these, we're going to factor out the GCF first. So I'm going to draw it in my box. $46. Okay, Bella, what can they all be divided by? Yes, so we're going to factor out that 5. Okay, they don't all have an x, so we're not going to factor out an x. And then we just divide. 5 divided by 5 is just 1, and then x squared. The negative 35 divided by 5 is negative 7x. And then 50 divided by 5 is 10. Okay. Once we're there, we have our GCF times the leftovers, which was x squared minus 7x plus 10. So that is our first step. Step 1 is to look for GCF. They won't always have a GCF, just like in last night's homework. None of them had a GCF, but now they might. On tonight's homework, they might have a GCF. Okay? After we find the GCF, then we need to factor the trinomial. Okay, so we're going to draw our box. And write in the x squared minus 7x plus 10. And then we factor. Class, what multiplies to x squared? X times x. And what multiplies to 10 is 5 times 2. 5 times x is 5x. X times 2 is 2x. Now this means that they are the same sign. So this term and this term have to be the same sign. Since the middle term is negative, that means they both need to be negative. That makes this 2 negative and this 5 negative. And you can check. The negative 5 times the negative 2 will give me that positive 10. Okay. So my factors are the GCF and then x minus 5 times x minus 2. And that is that trinomial factored completely.
Does it matter where you put like the x minus 2 and x minus 5?
Does not matter. Okay. You can switch them and it'll be fine. Same thing. Any other questions? Okay, next one. Everyone find the GCF here for me. So if you factor out the x, then the 4 shouldn't have an x anymore. Okay, Lana, what is the GCF here? 6, what? X. Okay. They all three have x's, so we can pull out an x this time. When I divide, 6 divided by 6 is 1. And remember, I subtract the exponents, so it's x squared. 30 divided by 6 is 5. I subtract the exponents, and I get left with x. 24 divided by 6 is 4, and the x's will cancel out. And it's a positive 4. So right now, I have 6x, and then x squared plus 5x plus 4. Okay, we're going to see if we can continue to factor this. So we factor in our box. Factor the trinomial. That gives me x squared, 5x, and 4. Okay. X times x gives me the x squared. In this case, what should I use to multiply to 4? 4 times 1. Good. So that's going to give me 4x and 1x. Everything's positive here, so everything needs to be positive. So my factors are the GCF of 6x. Okay. And then x plus 4 times x plus 1. Any questions over that? Okay, we're going to cross out the directions here. We're just going to have you factor doing it. Okay, factor this next one. The 10x squared plus 17x plus 3. Okay, when we factor this, we should get the 10x squared, 17x, and 3. So we should have 5x and 2x. We should have 3 and 1. 1 times 2 is 2x. 5 times 3 is 15x. Since everything is positive, all of these should be positive. So my factors are 5x plus 1 times 2x plus 3. Yes. 10 and 17 and 3. 17 and 3 are a good kind of indicator. 17 and 3 are both prime numbers. So they're not going to have anything in common, right? Okay. Okay, we're going to go to another page. Good. Okay, we're going to go to this page. Just flip it over or turn the page for me. Okay, just cross out the directions at the top. Class, I still hear lots of side conversations. Okay, so we're going to cross this out, and we're going to cross this one out, and I'm going to give you guys a different one to work on. It's 18x squared. Oh no, sorry, different one. It's 8x cubed. Plus 40x squared plus 50x.
Oh, where'd the Redskins one go? Oh, it's lost.
Okay, factor this one out. Factor for me, please. Make sure you're looking for the GCF. Okay, let's figure again, when you're doing the GCF, they are all even numbers. So they all are divisible by at least 2. Shh. Face forward, please. We have 8x cubed, 40x squared, and 50x. They all have an x, so I have to pull out the x. Okay, if you guys have been noticing when we're factoring GCFs, okay, or I'm sorry, when we're factoring our trinomials, that first term always has an x squared. So if it starts with an x cubed, we're doing something wrong. It should never start with an x cubed. Okay, it won't work. Okay, every single one of the ones we've done in the box factoring the trinomial has an x squared. Okay, it cannot have an x cubed. They're also all even numbers, so I can factor out a 2. When I factor that out, I get 4x squared plus 20x plus 25. Then I factor the trinomial. I get 4x squared, 20x, and 25. So it should be 2x and 2x. 5 times 5 is 25. This will give me 10x. 2 times 5 is 10x. Together they do make 20. And everything is positive. Okay, so remember when we write, we have the GCF in front. We have 2x plus 5 times 2x plus 5. Or, remember, if it's multiple choice, it's going to be written like this. The 2x from the GCF.
Wait, so when you always have a GCF, you have.
If you have a GCF, it's one of the factors, so it has to be as part of the answer. If you don't put it as part of the answer, it'll be wrong. Any questions over that? Okay, so we're going to have time to do some homework in class right now.